this is Rob with South Main Travelers, and I'd like to thank you for joining us as we look back at our whale watching excursion that we took with Hoonah Travel Adventures. So to start off, I'd like to share a few bits of info about Hoonah, Alaska. Located on a 2,048 square mile island that is approximately 30 miles west of Juneau, it has a population of less than 1,000. It's also the location of the Icy Straight Point cruise port that's just about a mile outside of town. As far as the rest of the island, it's completely wild. This was a 3-hour whale watching excursion, but as you'll see, we saw a lot more than whales. Now this was my first go at trying to capture this sort of footage, and I just missed them emerging with their mouths open while they were feeding. So I've put together the best clips I've got, and I hope you enjoy it. Less than 10 minutes in, they had spotted a mama bear and her cub on the beach. I had my camera zoomed as far in as I could, but I used a little post-production zoom to try to bring it in a little closer. Not much further up, but at a more accessible area, we caught a glimpse of this bear. So as you can see, there were a few boats out there with us, so it wasn't hard to tell where the whales were. Now as far as whales go, all we saw were humpback whales. And just a quick bit of info, humpback whales are filter feeders and feed predominantly on krill and small schooling fish. You'll want to hang around to the end because right before we had to return, we had one whale get really close to us. I almost catch him coming up feeding on this next clip. So if you notice, their tail doesn't always pop up when they go underwater. When the tail pops up, supposedly what they're doing is deep diving, and they will go down for around 8 minutes. When they don't deep dive, they usually tend to pop right back up within a few minutes, or even seconds. Whales weren't the only thing we saw. We saw hundreds of sea otters and quite a few sea lions as well. look really close, you can see a mom holding her baby. So that's going to wrap up our whale watching excursion. I want to thank the crew at Hoonah Travel Adventures. They were very informative. We had a great time. I just wish I had been better at catching all the things that we saw. I'm going to put a link for Hoonah Travel Adventures in the description. If you like what you saw, like our page, subscribe to the channel, and check out the rest of the videos we've got out there.